Hello my fellow gamers and welcome to the fourth and final round of Ultimate Chaos versus Dwarf, where I am taking on TzuDevil. If you want to check out his channel, a link will be in the description below. He does everything to do with dwarves. He is like the high king of YouTube. Absolutely amazing, and has done a great job with this, trying out Ultimate Chaos against all these different dwarfs army. So I do recommend you check him out. Today is Slaanesh, the fourth and final and youngest god, so it makes sense that he's at the bottom of the pecking order. For those that haven't seen the rest of my videos for this series, do check them out because I'm just about to spoil them. So first round was Khorne, who won by smashing the dwarves aside with two bloodthirsters. Great to watch. Then you had Nurgle trying to take on dwarf artillery with zombies. Turned out didn't quite work, so they got mushed really badly. A rematch is in order for that one, guys, because a lot of Nurgle supporters won't accept that loss, and so TzuDevil's currently on holiday, I believe, but as soon as he's back, I'll ask if you'd be up for a rematch against Nurgle. I'll try a different army, and we'll try that, and see if that pleases the, god of plague, disease, and all that. We hope so. And then you had the third match was Tzuch, who won against the Dwarfs, and now it's all to play for. TzuDevil has to win this, or the Ultimate Chaos have won the game. So, we're going to go over this massive Slaanesh army. Again, ignore the balance power because it doesn't measure exactly. I mean, as you can see, he outnumbers me quite a bit, and yet it's saying I hugely overpower him, which is not the case. So what we got here is one over the other. We've got War Slaanesh, and then followed by Slaanesh's Blessed, which are my expert units. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of War Slaanesh, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Slaanesh's Blessed. Behind here we have two champions of Slaanesh. You can see their abilities there. We also have a Sorcerer Lord of Slaanesh. Something I wanted to do something a bit different, especially being they don't have a Greater Demon as of yet. We then have a couple units of Slaanesh's Chariots, 4 of them at the back there, each one with 3 units. And then on this side we have a heavy force of Riders of Slaanesh. Just trying to ride out. Yeah, they got a bit mixed up here, but yeah, we got 3 units of Riders of Slaanesh, all with throwing spears. We then have Knights of Slaanesh. So I'll just hold that over so you can actually see the stats. Pause the video so you can see them. But I love these. Look, have you ever seen such manly yet feminine knights in your life? Absolutely brilliant. And on this side, jumping across, we've got 3 more units of Riders of Slaanesh with throwing spears, another unit of Knights of Slaanesh. So these guys, absolutely brilliant, really fast, light infantry, but they've got armor-piercing spears that they throw. So absolutely brilliant. A lot of Slaanesh's stuff is armor-piercing. So going to TzuDevil's Dwarves, we do have a couple of units of Gyrocopters with one with Brimstone, one without. We also have a Jera Bomber and the Skyhammer Regiment of Renown. The front line is mainly a Dwarf Warriors, but it looks at 1, 2, 3. We then got some Longbeards, the Grumbling Guard holding the centre, as well as the Peak Gate Guard, and the Skolder Guard, so Iron Drake. So a lot of Regiments of Renown. In fact, this whole centre is Regiments of Renown. So behind that, we've got the Norgrim's Ironbreakers, the Ulthra's Raiders, and we have Fulgrim Grudgebearer is leading this one. So very important this battle for the Dwarves. We also have some Longbeards, Warriors of Dragon 5 Past, and some Regiment Renowned Miners of Blasting Chargers. In the back line, he has some Longbeards protecting his flanks. We've then got Dwarf Warriors protecting each piece of artillery, Grudge Thrower, the Goblobber, and another Grudge Thrower. And what was great, you go over them, but because of the hill formation, you can't see what's at the back. So I knew he would have artillery, but I wouldn't know about the dwarves until I charged into them. And at the back, very good choice, the Dragonback Slayers. You may be wondering, why is there such massive force? That's because we went with ultimate funds on the large armies. Let the battle begin. We will get that out of the way. So Slaanesh's army, there's a lot of armor piercing, which is really helpful for this match. And a lot of fast mobile units. In comes the Grudge Throws, immediately getting some hits there. Good hit on that centre unit, Slaanesh is Blessed. Also, the Air Force is taking on the Cavalry Force over here, but we do have the throwing spears, so that should hopefully pick them off a bit. But these Knights are taking a lot of damage. Also, the Cavalry Force from this side is marching. chasing up here because we want to take them out of the thrown spears. Got some nice Slaanesh going around. This dwarf force here is moving quite fast forward, actually, compared to the rest. They're, yeah, really going for there. And in comes the charge, guys. This is going to be messy, but I do have the knights get behind them, so hopefully they can make a use. Nice blasting charges there on the Slaanesh is blessed as well. Against the, and another wave coming in against the War's Dragon Pass throwing there. More blasting charges and grudge throw. There's a lot coming down. If you look, these units, Warriors of Slaanesh and Slaanesh is blessed, have taken a pounding. But we do have the champions of Slaanesh and the sorcerer taking on the Fulgrim Grubber, and look how much damage he's taken. I mean, we have dropped on them Foe Seeker and Stand or Die, and they've even got all of a Quintessence or whatever that is. So pretty much it's going to make them a lot slower. Got some support coming in here. Chariots are now coming in. The Riders of Slaanesh are falling back, doing some damage on them, some air damage of their launchers. Looks like we're doing okay here. The chariots should really help turn the battle. The Grumbling Gun, these anti-infantry chariots, as you can see, are running up and down the field. Look though, Falcon Grudgebearer, 500 health, and drop him, because these guys and champions of the nest are purely for hunting down heroes. But it looks like he is going to get away, because he's throwing the Skoda Guard. He's got the Raiders there as well, going to cause some problems. But he is making a run for it. That's not going to go down. With 300 health there. In comes the nicest Slaanesh in the flank here. And we've got some Warriors Slaanesh as well. We are trying to flank around them. Try to get these guys to break. Apart from the miners, it's not looking too good there. We do have the Peak Gate Guards. Have actually got the chariots bogged down, which is not good. They were smashed there to bits. We do have some Riders there. Shadow needs to move these guys up. These Riders Slaanesh taking the Air Force on, but not doing that much damage. We got the Knights of Slaanesh moving up here. I don't know if any of the forces Slaanesh have bothered going for the artillery just yet, but the Grudgebearer is coming back now. But we're slowly outdoing this front line, which is fantastic. See, they're all starting to break, all starting to rout. Chaos Knights moving in, trying. Oh, that was a very good hit there from the Grudgebearer. Grudge throw, very nice. Oh, but we do have the Dragonback Slayers. That is not good. But they seem to be running off, actually. There you go. Dropped a buff on them. Chariots are running through as well. More Goblins and Rocks flying through. Champions Slaanesh running through, going into the Grudge Bearers, the Dragonback Slayers. The Ironbreakers are slaughtering these warriors, and yeah, those knights are out completely. These units are only just winning, but taking a real bid. These forces have won this flank, but we do have the Air Force, which is causing a lot of problems. These Warriors of Slaanesh need to get back into the battle. Shadow's going to optimise them. Do have some Longbeards coming in, but we got the Knights coming in as well. And he's broken again, guys. We need to kill him, though. We really need to. We've got the Heroes and Lords here. Oh, that was a good hit on the Knights there. Good hit. Champions of the Knights, they're trying to finish off the Dragonback Slayers. We've killed a lot of them with our anti-infantry guys. Knights moving in, but we need to try and get rid of these artillery people. And look at this force, guys. All gathered here, rallied, coming back in. That's going to cause a lot of problems. Slaanesh did win the majority of the front round, but now we've got to deal with the second round. These guys have, and look, they were in that corner. They've now moved up, ready to support. Do have some Knights of Slaanesh try to take out the Grudge Thrower, but it seems they have survived quite nicely. So it's now this main bulk here, which the Goblobber and the Grudge Throwers are having a great time just pommeling. More Dwarfs coming in for the flank here, and we got the Ironbreakers coming in as well. Chariots trying to finish off the Peak Gate Guard, but they're being, as you can see, smashed to bits, guys. Not very good at all. The Air Force keeping the Knights of Slaanesh back. We have one Slaanesh is blessed coming in here. How brave of him. One guy there, but Slaanesh does have a lot of cavalry still, so that's a lot of mobility. There we go, though. The Dwarf Warriors have broken those Warriors of Slaanesh, and this flank force will get eventually beaten by the Longbeards, I suspect. But we do have cavalry. The Knights of Slaanesh are charged into this Grudge Thrower, determined to take it offline. But we have lost a unit, and the Grudge Bearer is back in, but we do have a Lord on it. Can he take him out? That Champion Slaanesh should be able to take out the Grudge Bearer. There you go. He's even lost 30 leadership. Has been dropped on the entire Dwarf force. He's right to the gate. He's only got 78 health. Come on. Can he get him? He's going for him, but he's taking his sweet time about it. But yeah, that was brilliant. Made him break. So now he's getting out of the way. The champion's going to try and chase him down. Got another champion here. The Lord is trying to get away because he's only a sorcerer, so he will lose quite badly. Got one Iron Drake there. A lot of the warriors are breaking for the forces of Chaos though. And once again, these Grumbling God have got in the way of the champion Slaanesh, so the Grudge Bearer can... But he's shattered, guys. He is gone. That is not good. And the Knights over here have actually... The Skyhammers ran out of bombs and have charged in, and he's now broken. More shots going in, but there's a lot of cavalry here with armor piercing going on. As you can see, doing a lot of damage on there. Got the Jar Bomber trying to peg these guys down, but I suspect they will be able to beat them. And here, the Riders of Slaanesh taking on the Dwarf Warriors, doing a lot of damage before entering combat. The Sorcerer Lord is trying to get some space because he was getting swamped. Knights are breaking. We do have a hero in there. Got hero, but we do have some more cavalry. Light cavalry charging in through the woods, trying to get rid of the Grudge Lobber. Desperately trying to suck that down. We do still have a full strength Grudge Thrower, but their ammo's nearly used up. They've nearly run out of goblins. Exalted champion of Slaanesh here, kind of getting surrounded, but this is where he thrives at. He's got a lot of anti-infantry buffs, duelist, armor piercing. He should do alright. Knights of Slaanesh rallying here, trying to get as much magic as we can, and we need to try and get these down. There we go. They've done now, lowered their defense and lowered their melee attack, and they cause fear as well. So yeah, there we go. They will now break. They should run them down. The Knights here are breaking the long bridge here as well, guys. So it looks like the main lines are now breaking for the Dwarves. The Slaanesh is winning all these little duels, but the Dwarves are definitely winning these bigger ones. This main match here, the Dwarves are holding out. Though it looks like the Grudge Thrower has actually been taken off, drawn out by the chariots. Do have Grudge over here. The champion of Slaanesh is still trying to hold, but he is starting to say more Knights going down here. And a good rear charge, starting to get the Grumbling Guard to waver, which is absolutely brilliant. And in comes the rest of the force, guys. The cavalry have all charged in as one mighty force, and has immediately got these guys to start breaking. There we go. Looks like the Dwarves are now starting to break, guys. With even this light cavalry should be able to do a nice bit of damage. But here comes the Air Force to try and help them. I think they all have ammunition though, so they're going to have to get involved. Or are they out? I'm not quite sure. Pretty sure they're out of ammunition. But yeah, here we go. The Air Force is coming in to try and save what's left of the Dwarfs. The cavalry, though, just running amok. Still, that Grudge Thrower is still going, guys, at this point. The last solid line the Dwarves have here is the Grudge Thrower. But it looks like they're nearly out of ammunition. And what's great about this, like, in comes the Air Force, though, charging in there. Trying to do as much damage as they can with those blades. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think it might be in the favour of the Dwarfs. So we've only got, Slaanesh, but they outnumber us like 4-1. But that's because you got all these guys could potentially rally. But on this light cavalry will do a great job running everything down. As you can see, they're charging into the Grudge Thrower, charging into the Norglins and that, and just running them down. Even the Air Force are now starting to break, guys. And it looks like Ultimate Chaos has won it against the Dwarfs. Yep, everything's starting to waver now. There we go, guys. There's the shatter. And Slaanesh has done it. Couldn't pin it better myself, mate. And there we go. Slaanesh has beaten the Dwarfs, meaning Ultimate Chaos has beaten the Dwarfs 3-1. So, Shadow Online Gaming, absolutely brilliant game there. The front line was absolutely decimated. The Slaanesh is blessed. Look, the ones that did make it in did great. The ones that got shot down really quick. Amazing job here from all the air support, all the blaster charges. You know, amazing job whittling down, focusing on the blessed, and it was all down to the Chaos Warriors in the end. The champions did a great job. But what really won it for me was the cavalry. As you see, the Slaanesh chariots, great or okay, but they got shut down by the peaked guard wherever they are. Well, there they are. The 106 kills. A lot of them were chariots. So, great job pinning down the chariots. But my Riders of Slaanesh, hands down, had to be, because it was them at the end not only pit off the Air Force, not only got behind and got the grudge throws and that, but then their final charges into that main combat, making them break, then being able to chase them down because they were such fast cavalry, did an amazing job. So it was, with Slaanesh, all about mobility. We had to take them piece by piece, which we did do. They moved out, and we took them bit by bit, won the individual fights, and then what was left could finish off what was left of the Dwarfs. So a fantastic series there by TzuDevil. Really appreciate him taking these games and taking part in this series. Of course, I will ask him if he's up for a rematch with Nurgle. Well, I'll try a different build, because to be fair, just having like 30 units of Slaanesh afflicted didn't really work, didn't really go well. They kind of just mowed down by cannon. So I will come up with a new army, and we'll see if he's up when he's back from his holiday for a rematch. So of course, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Do hit that like button, do comment below, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. We're so close now to the 500 mark, guys, so it'd be fantastic if we can push it to that, past the 500, and then we can start working our way up to the 1,000 mark. Exciting times for the channel. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you guys next time. Till then, take care.